It's Real Gospel with Real Harmony and Real Girls, Nobody But God, to Brenda Clark Cole, and we played that for the wonderful bishop who's going to be introduced formally by one of his great assistants. Good morning, everybody, and welcome once again to the show, Prophet Michael Graham. Hello.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Okay, everybody that's watching me live on my YouTube channel, Trusted Voice and Radio, we appreciate you so much. And let's bring your bishop on. Go ahead and introduce this man of God.
Wow, this is Bishop Jamar Stoudmire, a great man of God, a great man of God set and ordained for such a time as this, such a great time for kingdom building, a time where we need great warriors and that will go into the highways and the byways and go into the darkness and to be able to compel dying men and women in the world that Jesus saves and that he lives. We have Bishop Stoudmire, who is one of those great men of God, who is not only a psalmist, but who is also a songwriter, who is also a preacher, who is also a minister of music, but most of all, a great man of God.
So go ahead, Bishop. Say good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
We're doing fine, Bishop. We're delighted to be able to have you. Go ahead and say hello to all of those people out there that love you. They can actually see me, but hear your wonderful voice on the other side. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. It feels kind of weird being on the other side of the microphone because I'm a media personality myself, so
yes.
It feels kind of funny being on the other side of the microphone. But hello, everybody, to all the listeners out there. And I want to thank God for Simone Malone for giving me this opportunity along with Prophet Michael Graham. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
I pray that whatever I say today will be a blessing to somebody.
Wonderful. So, Bishop, go ahead and Prophet can jump in here as well. He's my co-host today. Tell everybody a little bit about your ministry there in Delaware and how it's impacting that city, and not just that city, but all over the world, really. Go ahead.
Well, I have several entities that I'm involved in. First of all, I'm the minister of music at New Galilee Baptist Church, where the senior pastor is Bishop Dr. William B. Wilmore Jr., and also I preach there as well. And also I am the founder and overseer of the Citadel Ministries, and also of DLS Ministries, which is my evangelistic ministry. And I do a lot of traveling. I do a lot of preaching. I do a lot of music workshops. The Lord is really blessed. I came here to Delaware. Excuse me, I have a cold right now, so please excuse me right now.
I got you.
But I came to Delaware 6.5 years ago from Buffalo, New York, on an assignment to do the will of God, and God used the unusual situation to bring me to Delaware. I thought we'd just come to assist another ministry at that time, but God had another plan, so I kind of went on a sabbatical for a while. So I heard from God.
I know that's right.
Sometimes when God is speaking to you, you have to really, really pay close attention to what he's saying. And I thought about Jeremiah, how he wanted to just give up preaching and, declaring the word of the Lord, but he told him to get up and go down to the potter's house. And so that's what he did for me. He told me to go down to the potter's house. And so I thank God that the Lord has had brought me back to a place where now I am confident in what I'm called to do. Not that I wasn't confident before, but I tell people all the time as ministers of the gospel, especially when you're doing music and preach word, it's double warfare you have to deal with. And so I often encourage preachers and ministers of music to stay focused on your mandate. Bible tells us in St. John 9:4, to work the works until while it is day, but when the night cometh, no man can work. So I know I was a chosen vessel to do what I'm doing, and I try not to be like no one else. I always try to be original, whatever I do. And I thank God for Prophet Graham, because me and Prophet Graham been working together for about 6.5 years now, since I've been in Delaware, actually.
Awesome.
And he has been one of the most faithful partners in ministry, and I appreciate him for opening this door of opportunity.
That's great. That is great. So what is your vision as we wrap up this year of 2013? Because you're doing quite a bit, and you seem to be handling it very well, Bishop.
Well, number one, the vision that the Lord has given me is basically to win lost souls to Christ. Whether it's preaching or music, my primary goal is to just do what the Lord told us to do in Acts 1:8. To go and just go to Jerusalem and wait until you be endued with power. And then when you come out with power, then you can be witnesses unto men and to Judea and to Samaria. So I believe that God is sending us to the outcasts and to those who have been disenfranchised, because we've been preaching and singing to each other for a long time. But we have not been outside the four walls of the church and reaching those who the church has threw out to the curb. So those are the people that God has called me to. And FOJ Chorale and DLS Ministries and Citadel Ministries basically is about reaching people where they are. You know, not throwing a bunch of Bible verses in their face and beating them upside the head. But basically sharing the love of Christ with them, because God is love. Yes, we know there's consequences for sin, and we know that death is consequence for sin, but we want to give them eternal life, which is Jesus Christ. So that's basically my vision for, you know, the ministry that God has given me.
Prophet, do you want to say something in regards to what your bishop said?
No, he's absolutely correct. You know, our main focus is Jesus Christ. You know, we get so caught up in the sin nature of everyone, but they did this and they did that, and we want to, you know, ostracize and ridicule and bamboozle them, but we don't really want to give them Jesus. And our goal is to show them Jesus, give them Jesus, let them know that they don't have to stay in the situation, in the conditions that they're in, that there is an outlet, that there is another way, and Christ is the way.
Wonderful. Bishop, can you go ahead and give the time of worship at your facility where people can come and meet you guys and meet the presence of the Lord there?
Well, where I serve as minister music at New Galilee at the present time, you can meet us every Sunday at 11 a.m. On the dot.
On the dot. I like that.
Prompt. Very prompt.
And a special shout out to New Galilee. They're like my second family. I thank God for them. They are Baptist Gospel to the bone.
Yes.
I grew up Church of God in Christ, but when I went there, I felt at home because they have no denominational lines, and I thank God for that.
Wow.
So Bishop Wilmore will be glad to see you all there, and I'll be glad to see you as well. And Bible studies every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. To 8:30 p.m. So look forward to seeing you there in the presence of the Lord.
Go ahead and give your information, how people can find out more about you right there on Facebook. All those great flyers you do. You did something for me. Oh, I just love it, man. You're so talented. So go ahead and give that information.
Well, you can reach me at www.dlsministries.com. And you can also reach me on Facebook, facebook.com, Jamar Stoudmire, or you can go to the Stoudmire Media Group, LLC, on Facebook, and click there. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Social Cam, all the social networks. So, and you can call my office at 1-888-922-2022, extension 3, or extension 4, to reach Prophet Graham for more information.
Prophet Graham, what encouraging words? Because I'm going to let Prophet Bishop, I'm gonna let Prophet pray a little bit later. I feel led in my spirit to let him pray for my show. What advice, you know, we hear people say all the time, it's tough times. I've never seen so many people suffering, man. So many people unemployed. You know, I was telling a group of people recently when I spoke somewhere, they said, Simone, I want to work for you. I said, I wish I could hire them all. But what words of encouragement can you share to upcoming pastors and ministers and people of the gospel that are just really going through? I looked at Facebook the other day, and one of the recording artists shared with me that he wanted to just give up. He wanted to give up on his ministry. So what words can you share to encourage people to keep on fighting? Well,
that's right up my alley. One of the things I've been in ministry 31 and a half years, since I was 4. And like I said Saturday at our concert, that I've seen people just walk away from everything and just, you know, commit suicide and be depressed. And, you know, and one of the most wonderful places is to be hurt is in the church. You know, not the world, the church. So I want to encourage all the upcoming aspiring ministers, elders, prophetess, bishops, whatever your vocation is, ministry, whether it's music or the preaching ministry. I want to encourage you to stay focused on the vision that the Lord has given you. You know what the Lord said to you. One of the things that my mama who was a preacher as well, she always said to me, she said, baby, know your assignment and stick to your assignment, because God is in heaven grading you.
That's right.
So I want to say to all of you out there, just meditate on Romans 8:28. No matter what you go through, just know that all things are going to work together for your good. No matter who talks about you, no matter who walks out on you, no matter who turns and betrays you, just know that Jesus is always in your corner. Always surround yourself around people who are vision-minded, kingdom-minded, and not only that, that's going to push you and not be jealous of you, but they're going to do it in the right spirit. So that's my encouragement to all of the upcoming ministers and ministers out there.
Wonderful. Bishop, I thank you so much for coming on the Songbook of Gospel and sharing the word. I thank you for your work that you do in excellence and in a timely manner. You're talking about impressed. I am impressed. What do you want to say, Prophet? Go ahead.
No, we just thank God for Bishop, and we just hope that someone was blessed by what Bishop gave unto us today, that somebody heard him and that somebody will not give up just because they know that to keep moving on and to stay in your lane, find your calling, find your position, and search God for it, so to get the revelation from it.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to go to this song. Bishop, can you tell us a little bit about this song that we're about to play?
Well, this song was done as Prophet Graham said at our live recording back here April 27th. It was done at Studio 505 recording complex right here in Wilmington, Delaware. And it was written by, it was produced by myself and co-produced by Professor Stanley Phelps from Chicago, Illinois. And he wrote this particular song, and it's called Nobody Like You, Lord, which is a remake from the album from Tyrone Dickerson and the Christian Fellowship Choir, which is going to be one of our singles on our EP coming out in April. So I hope you enjoy the song.
Absolutely, and tell them this is raw, this is as it is, right?
Yes, this is not mixed, nothing. We just want you to get the unplugged version of this song.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank, of course, Bishop for joining us and Prophet Graham, who's going to still stay here. Bishop, what do you want to say about this ministry of FMHTMS?
Oh, wow. All I got to say is excellent. I listen to many, and I'm in radio, and I'm telling you, I listen to quite a few stations, but this is the far most best station. I believe I'm going to be locked on this station for a good long time.
I appreciate you,
Bishop. I want
Bishop.
you to know that.
I appreciate it. You know what, Bishop, when we get to meet each other, man, and I'm going to broadcast from your neck of the woods, I'm going to give you an opportunity to fill in for me.
Oh, wow.
I want you to host the Psalm Book of Gospel when I go on vacation.
Okay, let's go.
All righty, so we thank you for your call, man, and continue to push us, and we appreciate you. And they're going to hear this broadcast again tomorrow, and also you'll be able to watch the live video of you talking with us, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, God bless you.
God bless.
Okay.